Well, it's that time again. The Bikes, Blues, and Barbecue Festival began today. Find out what you need to know to avoid traffic and stay safe this weekend.
Plus, the Pope is in the middle of a history-breaking trip to the United States. How his visit could affect your next iPhone upgrade.
Fall is officially here. We'll tell you what you can expect from the weather this week and when to break out those fall sweaters.
All of these stories and more as UATV News starts right now.
Good evening and welcome to this Wednesday night edition of UATV News. I'm Cece Benson.
And I'm Caitlin Trusty. Thank you for joining us tonight. The nation's largest charity bike rally is officially underway. Bikes, Blues, and Barbecue is ready to rumble, with Dixon Street being the epicenter. We sent our very own Christopher Redfern down the hill to see how local businesses are coping with the chaos.
And to see it already, I'm sure you've been able to hear that Bikes, Blues, and Barbecue has officially started. Over the next 5 days, nearly 500,000 bikers will be flooding Northwest Arkansas. Sounds great for business, right? For some, yeah. For others, not so much.
Well, it's a lot louder. And we definitely have a different clientele that stops in the store. I work at Ely's Boutique here on Dixon Street, and I am the Fayetteville store manager. So we definitely see a decrease in traffic on the Bikes, Blues, and Barbecue weekend just because we are at the top of Dixon Street.
Ely's isn't alone. Boutiques, restaurants, even bike shops are either suffering from slow business or shutting their doors entirely just for this weekend. If you have a favorite spot on Dixon, you may want to check for special hours. Otherwise, enjoy great food, good music, and that noise. Reporting for UATV, I'm Christopher Redfern.
Bikes, Blues, and Barbecue runs through Sunday, so if you aren't going to the A&M game in Dallas this weekend, be sure you're aware of traffic on and around Dixon Street.
And law enforcement is cracking down and plans on having a large presence at this year's bike rally. Fayetteville Police Department is keeping security present on Dixon Street all weekend.
The Fayetteville Police Department has an increased presence. We have the event area down on Dixon Street, so we have to make sure that we adequately staff that to make sure that we have the proper security down there that we need.
The police say it is important to keep people safe to keep them coming to future rallies.
Well, this surge in traffic may affect some Razorback Transit bus routes today through Sunday. Passengers should expect delays and some stop closures on Dixon Street. Regular routes and times will resume on Monday, but until then, students should be advised to plan accordingly in case of those delays. For more information, you can visit our website at uatvonline.net.
And attendees of Bikes, Blues, and Barbecue have a new means of transportation. Starting tomorrow, a train called the Blues Shuttle will be making its way between Dixon Street and Baum Stadium. For attendees looking to avoid traffic or wanting to see everything the festival has to offer, tickets are just $10 round trip or $25 for a day pass. And Barrett Baber, the Arkansan who blew away the judges of NBC's show The Voice with his blind audition Monday, is also the co-writer of this year's Bikes, Blues, and Barbecue rally song. The song is called Ride On and is located on the rally's website. You can see Baber perform Saturday night on the main stage on Dixon Street.
Well, a new campaign is on the road this week. The Fayetteville Fire Department is promoting Look and Save a Life. It tries to reach out to people and drivers to watch out on the road for bikers in this area during the 5-day festival.
Huntsville High School is mourning the loss of fellow student 15-year-old Shelby Dotson. Dotson was killed when the car she was a passenger in collided with a school bus. A celebration of her life will be held tomorrow morning on the Huntsville High School football field at 10. Her funeral will follow at the Huntsville Cemetery.
And a 17-year-old teenager is recovering from gunshot wounds tonight. Police say they responded to a call around 2 o'clock this morning that possible gunshots were fired around North Greenwood Avenue in Fort Smith. Officers identified the suspect as 18-year-old Derek Scott Haynes. Haynes has been arrested for probable cause for committing first-degree battery. A 9-year-old girl on her way to school was hit by a car this morning. Police say a driver made a right turn at Brook and Hill Drive in Fort Smith and hit a young girl on her bike who was already on a crosswalk. No one was injured in the accident, but the officers say the driver was given a citation for careless driving and failure to yield.
The Associated Student Government is taking its own twist on TED Talks with its new series, Red Talks. The program will address topics that are not only relevant to campus, but also to the surrounding community. Attendance to the series will be engaged in lectures from specialized speakers. The first Red Talk series will be tomorrow at 6 in the Student Union. Summer has officially come to an end, and today marks the first, so is that a tease?
Let's see what Callie has in store for us on our live weather update. Callie.
Thanks, guys. Well, hi, folks. I'm Callie Barkwell, and happy first day of fall. I know we're all really tired of those hot summer heat, or that hot summer heat, but we aren't going to quite feel those cool fall weather just yet. Let's take a look at our current conditions. Well, currently we are at 82 degrees. Our low tonight is going to be about 55 degrees. We are feeling about partly cloudy. We're going to get down to that low of 55 a little bit as the night starts to go on. Right now, the sunset is going to be occurring about 7:12, but so just in a few minutes, so just watch out for that. I'll have more with your national and 5-day forecast in just a little bit. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks for that, Callie. The University of Arkansas says they are on track to become completely climate neutral by the year 2040. A new $22 million heating and power system is set to decrease the greenhouse gas emissions produced by electrical production on campus. The system will save an estimated $3 million per year. And NASA has granted the Arkansas Center for Space and Planetary Sciences a $1 million grant to study Venus, Mars, and one of Saturn's moons. The grant will go towards studying surface liquids and volatile compounds of the planets. The center is a research institute at the University of Arkansas.
And students at the university are stepping out of the box when it comes to their education. UATV's Blair Peterson has more.
That's right, guys, and I'm talking about studying abroad. More than 900 students studied abroad from the University of Arkansas last year, and that is a 13% increase from the year before. Today was the study abroad fair in the Union that took place from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. and I went and talked to the director of study abroad, and she says that once some students go, they either want to stay or come back. She also said the studying abroad trend is something that colleges all across the country are seeing. I was there today to talk to some students who had both studied abroad and other students who were interested.
Because I really want to become fluent in Spanish, and so I'm looking to go to Argentina or Spain or anywhere in South America.
I went to a place called San Ramon, Costa Rica, and I went last spring. I was there for 4 months, and I loved it. You always hear that it's gonna change the way you think, but you don't really understand what that means until you go through it. But I look at things in a completely different way.
The International Studying Abroad Office said that the best thing to do is, if you plan to study abroad, to plan in advance, and they expect this popularity to grow as years pass. For UATV, I'm Blair Peterson.
Thank you, Blair. The Study Abroad Office's main piece of advice is to get your study abroad trip planned as early as possible.
The controversial Clinton emails have been found.
And the world remembers baseball legend Yogi Berra.
All of this and more when UATV News returns.
Welcome back.
For a quick look in on what's going on in national news, let's go over to Elle Johnson. Elle.
Pope Francis is in the United States for a busy 6-day, 3-city visit. Despite his criticism of capitalism, income inequality, and his views on climate change, the Pope says he doesn't lean to the right or to the left.
My doctrine, this is the doctrine, the social doctrine of the church, nothing more, nothing less.
Today's agenda included a visit to the White House for the first time. He also met with President Obama one-on-one with just translators in the room. The Pope's visit is causing a lot of excitement. During his busy day today, the Pontiff found time to stop and bless a baby brought to him from the crowd. Thousands have gathered in this week in hopes of catching a glimpse of the Pope. Although many are thrilled about Pope Francis' visit, his trip may have caused trouble for some. Apple says iPhone deliveries may not arrive on time in parts of New York, Philadelphia, and Washington this week because of the Pope's visit is closing roads and rerouting traffic in all 3 cities. Apple's next generations of iPhones go on sales in stores on Friday. The New York Times is reporting the FBI recovered personal and work-related forms of emails from then Secretary of State Hillary Clinton's private server. According to U.S. officials familiar with the investigation, Clinton's campaign had turned over passwords to authorities. Clinton's use of a private email during her 4 years as Secretary of State is being investigated. Martin Winterkorn has resigned as CEO scandal-ridden automaker Volkswagen. U.S. regulators revealed last week that Volkswagen cheated in emissions tests on about 500,000 diesel vehicles. Volkswagen now faces more than 30 lawsuits claiming their cars are less valuable due to this scandal. New York Yankee legend Yogi Berra has died at the age of 90. The former Major League Baseball player, manager, and coach played in 14 World Series and was named an All-Star 15 times. Berra was known as much for his on-the-field achievements as his humorous quotes, including, "It ain't over till it's over, and it's deja vu all over again." That's it for your look around the world. I'm Elle Johnson. Back to you at the desk.
Well, when we come back, a look at your 5-day forecast.
And details on a petition one Arkansas legislator is creating that could affect women's health care options across the state. Thank you, Callie. The Arkansas Attorney General is going to ask the Supreme Court to uphold the Arkansas Human Heartbeat Protection Act. Leslie Rutledge's request comes after a 3-judge panel affirmed a ruling that prohibiting abortions after 12 weeks is constitutional. The petition will be filed in the coming weeks.
Volunteers are needed to clean up a creek on the U of A campus. Beginning at 4 o'clock tomorrow afternoon, the Beaver Watershed Alliance will be removing invasive plants and planting native grasses, wildflowers, and shrubs for 5 rain gardens along Mullins Creek. Volunteers will meet on the north side of Lot 56. Gloves and water will be provided.
On Friday, a Benton County judge will declare October Substance Abuse Awareness Month. A kickoff event will start at noon on the steps of the Benton County Courthouse. A cookout at Dave Peel Park will follow the reading of a proclamation, weather permitting. It's one of the most talked about pieces of candy. The famous chocolate bust of Peyton Manning went on display at Chalktoberfest in Colorado Saturday. Artist Tim King worked on the bust for over 18 months. He says he will remove the chocolate from the bronzed bust and will put it up for sale in coming weeks.
Well, a Dallas Cowboys fan is scoring big thanks to her Cowboys-themed chocolate-covered strawberries. Tamara Burns started decorating strawberries on the side after she lost her job. The berries proved popular, but the business really boomed when she decorated them in Dallas Cowboys colors and posted the results on Facebook. Foodie group. Now she's getting orders from as far away as Hawaii.
I didn't think it was going to go that big. I'm serious, I didn't. Go Cowboys.
Burns has a new full-time job, but she's hoping to open a bakery in the future.
University Recreation is having a friendly competition with Texas A&M during Celebrate Cycle Week. Participants can try new bikes at cycle classes this week at the Hyper. The U of A is competing with A&M to log the highest total miles with participants' mileage counting toward the total free Celebrate Cycle water bottle. Celebrate Cycle water bottles will be awarded to those who attend. And the Razorbacks look forward to a rematch with Texas A&M this Saturday following a lose to Texas Tech at home.
And the hockey club team splits their first WCHL series against number 7 Oklahoma. Those stories and more when UATV News returns.
Hi guys, welcome back to UATV. We're going to take a look at our 5-day forecast coming up here. So as we can see, tomorrow for Thursday, our high is going to be about 83 with a low of 56. And the rest of the week is going to be pretty similar with it being an 82 to 83. Low is about 54, 57, 59, 60. As I said before, our fall weather is not coming around anytime soon. Hopefully in the next 2 weeks, it'll start cooling down, but lately we're going to stay around those 80, 85s.
All right, thanks for that, Callie. Well, sorry, Pumpkin Spice, there's a new latte in town. Starbucks announced its newest fall flavor, Toasted Graham Latte.
It's an espresso drink with steamed milk, flavors of graham and sweet cream with a sprinkle of cinnamon. cinnamon graham crumbles. Starbucks says it was going for the taste of grown-up milk and cookies. A grande-sized drink will cost about 300 calories.
Well, that's going to do it for this Wednesday night edition of UATV News. And oh my gosh, I really want one of those lattes.
Yeah,
that looks
really
so good.
Yeah.
I mean, I love a good pumpkin spice, but that new one sounds pretty delicious.
It does sound good. All right, well, it was nice having you guys tonight. I'm Cece Benson.
I'm Caitlin Trusty. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much.